بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we have started to have a brief interpretation of Quran. We reached to chapter Al-Haaqqa. This chapter is revealed in Mecca and it has 52 verses. Please listen to verse 48 to 52.
وَإِنَّهُ لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِّلْمُتَّقِينَ وَإِنَّا لَنَعْلَمُ أَنَّ مِنكُم مُّكَذِّبِينَ وَإِنَّهُ لَحَسْرَةٌ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ وَإِنَّهُ لَحَقُّ الْيَقِينِ فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ.
Allah says, وَإِنَّهُ لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, and most surely it is a reminder. It means Quran is a reminder for those who guard against evil. For righteous people, Quran is a reminder. وَإِنَّا لَنَعْلَمُ أَنَّ مِنْكُمْ مُكَذِّبِينَ, and most surely we know that some of you are rejectors. Allah is informing that definitely some people, although they understand the truth, but after that also they are going to deny Quran. وَإِنَّهُ لَحَسْرَةٌ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ, and most surely it is a great grief to the unbelievers. وَإِنَّهُ لَحَقُّ الْيَقِينِ, and most surely it is the true certainty. فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ, therefore glorify the name of your Lord, the Great. In these few verses, Allah is talking about the Quran, Holy Quran, that Quran is a reminder, but is not a reminder for all. Quran is talking about Judgment Day and help the people, some people, righteous people, to think about their futures and do something to save something for their future. This is the reason that Allah says, إِنَّهُ لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Surely Quran is a reminder for righteous people, for those who guard against evil, for those who wants to protect themselves. The Quran is a good tool. For some people who do not care for their future, for Judgment Day, for their Lord, definitely Quran is not going to help them. At the same time that Allah says, definitely some people are going to deny Quran and reject it. وَإِنَّا لَنَعْلَمُ أَنَّ مِنْكُمْ مُكَذِّبِينَ. We know definitely that some of the people, some of you are going to reject the Quran, and it is a great grief for disbelievers. Quran itself is a regret and great grief for disbelievers in this world and in Judgment Day. For this world, it is a great grief for disbelievers because they tried their best to bring a holy book like Quran, to bring a chapter like Quran, and they couldn't. So they have a great grief and they regret. Also in Judgment Day, the unbelievers, pagans, polytheists, they regret because of Quran. Why? Because They say why we didn't follow the Quran, why we didn't practice the Quran. So Quran is the regret for them in this world and in Judgment Day. It means cause of their regret, cause of their great grief in this world and in Judgment Day. In these few verses, Allah has brought three different attributes for Quran. One, Allah says, Tanzilun min Rabbil Alameen, as we read in verse 43 yesterday, in last session. Allah says, it is revealed from Allah. So this is one attribute, that this is a revelation of Allah. This Quran is revealed by Allah. Second, لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The Quran is a reminder for righteous people, for religious people, for those who are who have a guard against themselves, who guard against themselves and protect themselves. And the third one, لَحَقُّ الْيَقِينَ, when Allah says, وَإِنَّهُ لَحَقُّ الْيَقِينَ, definitely Quran is the true certainty. There are a few messages that we can get from these few verses. One, Allah says, وَإِنَّهُ لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, and most surely, definitely, it is emphasizing that most surely Quran is a reminder for those who guard. It means who guard themselves against evil. For righteous people, definitely Quran has an effect and a very good reminder for for righteous people, those people who have piety. So the effect for these people definitely is there. Second, when Allah says, وَإِنَّهُ لَتَذْكِرَةٌ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, is a reminder for those who guard. It means the opposite of that group, non-believers, those who do not want to understand the truth. Definitely the Quran is not going to help them. This is the reason that some people will listen to the Quran, will recite the Quran, but Quran is not going to help them. Quran is going to help those people who wants to know the straight path and to go and walk on that path. But those people who resist to understand the truth, they resist to follow the truth, Quran is not going to help them. Another issue, Allah says, although the Quran is going to help the righteous people, but there is another group which is denier and rejecter. These groups are not going to hurt the Quran in any way. And Allah is telling that as Allah does not expect that all the people will follow the truth, if Allah wants to examine the people, as He says in Quran, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. I'm going to examine you بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ, sometimes by fearness, sometimes by hunger. وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, sometimes by taking your life, your property, yourself, anything belong to you. For what? Until to see. Not to see, it means to show yourself that you are good person or not. Some people are very good people as long as everything goes well, as long as Allah will prepare everything for them, as long as they have a good job, good money, good position, good education, good country, good city, and they are safe, they are very good people. But when they see some problems, first person they are going to fight, they fight with Allah. Allah says definitely these people should know that I'm going to bring some problems for them. to show them that they are good people or not. So Allah says definitely, وَإِنَّا لَنَعْلَمْ أَنَّ مِنْكُمْ لَكَاذِبِينَ أَنَّ مِنْكُمْ مُكَذِّبِينَ. Definitely we know that some of you are going to reject and deny, but it's not going to hurt. As Imam Ali says in Nahjul Balagha, that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala خلق الخلق حين خلقهم غنيا عن طاعتهم. Allah has created the people. When He has created, He did not need any worshipping of the people. He was rich. غنيا عن طاعتهم وآمنا عن معصيتهم. And He was safe of their sin. It means people could not hurt Him. Then Imam Ali says, because nobody can help Allah by his worshipping. Allah does not need any help. لأنه لا ينفعه طاعة لا تنفعه طاعة من أطاعه. The worshipping of any person will not help Allah. ولا تضره معصية من أصاه. And any person commit sin and disobey Allah, his disobeying is not going to hurt Allah. So Allah says, I know some people deny, and that is okay. One day they will be punished. Another issue that we understand from these few verses, when Allah says, وَإِنَّا لَنَعْلَمْ أَنَّ مِنْكُمْ مُكَذِّبِينَ, Allah is telling His Prophet that although some people are going to deny you, but you should do your job. You should fulfill your responsibility, and your responsibility is to give the message to the people and guide them. Either they follow the truth or not. To follow the truth or not is not your job. Your job is to give the message to the people. We should understand that also our job is to guide the people. But people are listening to us or not, this is not our job. In Judgment Day, Allah will ask us, did you do your job or not? Did you teach your children or not? Did you teach your friends or not? Did you ask them to pray or not? If we do our job, then we are not going to have responsibility that they listened or not. Then Allah says, فَصَبِّهْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ. After Allah is telling the Prophet that definitely we know some people are denying the Quran, and you should know that this is a regret for them. These people are going to have a great grief in Judgment Day when they see that some people are going to paradise and will be rewarded, and some people they will be very seriously punished. Then they are going to have a great grief. But you should know, O the Prophet, فَسَبِّهْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ. Therefore glorify the name of your Lord, the Great. O the Prophet, you should not be disappointed. If some people accuse you and reject you, don't worry. They reject my word and they reject your responsibility. Your job is to teach people. Allah says, if we want, it means Allah, if we want that all the people will be guided and follow and worship us, in 1 second they will do. But it has no value. All the angels are worshipping Allah. And they don't commit sin, even none of them. Even the Satan that has committed sin, we believe that he was jinn, not angel. So the angels are not committing sin, as Quran says. They don't commit sin from Allah's order. So after Allah had the angels to worship Him, Allah started to create the mankind which has the intellect and desires. Those people who prefer their intellects and control themselves and control their passions, their desires, Allah says these people are better than angels. We ask Allah to help us to be better than angels, to help us to control our passions. At the same time that we are answering our desires and replying them, at the same time not to pass the limitation and commit sin. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.